Hi, welcome to RC Heli Check UK. My name's Rob, I'm your host for this new channel. This is my second video. It's going to be my second video because I've not been feeling too good lately. One thing after another, you know, hospital, angiogram, heart attack, no bronchitis. So you may hear me wheezing a little bit, but don't let it disconcert you too much. It is a glorious day here. I am at our local flying club, the Leicester Model Aero Club, and I am going to do a couple of little reviews today. We're going to be using the club's facilities to actually look at two very, very nice helicopters that I own myself. And, well, here they are. These are both Hughes 500 helicopters, and they are both mine. And we are going to be able to look at these today. It'll just be a little bit of a review. Hopefully, if I can get the camera sorted out. I've got a new camera. This GoPro's already quite a new camera, so I'm still getting used to it. But we should be using this to do these reviews today, and hopefully, at some point, I might be able to get to fly them. I won't be able to fly this one because, unfortunately, when I got it out of the car this morning, I noticed that the battery connector wiring was looking a little bit dodgy, and just by having a quick pull of it, the negative lead came out the plug. So I'm going to solder that back on at some point. But yeah, so let's have a go. This bad boy is an AH-6 attack helicopter. It is basically a line T-Rex 500, and the fuselage is designed by a line for the 500 size mechanics, but I've basically converted it into an AH-6, which is an attack helicopter. Now, I'm a scratch builder, and when I mean scratch building, I literally mean scratch building. All my components and pieces that I use in my scale helicopters, I build from everyday household appliances and bits and pieces of rubbish and junk. To me, that's scratch building. Now, although I have done that with this model, the Gatling guns that are on there, I did have them 3D printed. Even for me, I found them quite complicated little bits of equipment to do, so I decided that it would be better if I got somebody to 3D print them for me. And a fellow club member did that, which I'm very grateful for, but it really made the appearance of the helicopter look a lot better. It flies on a 6S, and it's basically, like I say, it's a T-Rex 500, uses 6S 3000, it's got an align head on it, 4-blade rotor head, and then you can just see inside there, hidden behind those little boxes which are supposed to be scale detailing, the gears for it. And then we got your normal standard 2-blade tail rotor head. Screen decided to turn off on me and I couldn't see what the hell I was filming. Like I say, new bit of equipment, still getting used to it. First time I'm using it, live with it. Right, these here are rocket pods, and they are made from the rolls that are left over from solar film. They're quite hard, they're quite durable, and they were just the right size that I needed. And then you just got like bits of wire that I've literally wrapped around, scratch built these little tiny like plug things that plug into them. And there's the gun that was 3D printed, and little lights on the front of it, which are there literally to help differentiate front from back, because with it being an all black model, it's quite difficult to you know, get confused with this model as to what direction it's going. So yeah, they help me in a way. But yeah, 4-blade rotor head. I painted the blades myself. Montana spray paints, that's where I got to. These paints that I use on these models are Montana. This one, this is the Pistol Resistance. This one here is my 600. This is a big boy. Now, it probably doesn't look very big on the table here, but I can assure you it is. and this model is a Roban. The actual kit itself is a Roban 600 size fuselage. Go away, fly. Thank you. By Roban, and it is designed for the Align T-Rex 600 helicopter mechanics. But this set of mechanics is actually fitted with a 550X set of mechanics, and it's more than enough to get the aircraft off the deck. To be fair, it's got plenty of power. Now, it's a lovely helicopter. I've done it in New York Police Department colours. It's still not completely finished. I've got a few decals that I need to put on it. But again, it's scratch built with the detail, and it's by bits and pieces that I've used myself to get it looking as it is. Doors open on this. Tiny little hatches, look, that I can use to shut the doors. They came with a model. But all this stuff on the side, these frames and things that I use for mounting equipment and whatnot, I made them myself. That there is called Delron. It looks like carbon rod, but if you heat it up very carefully, you can actually manipulate it into various different shapes and sizes. So that's what I did. That there is my night sunlight, which is really bright. It came out better than what I was expecting it to be fair. And it is made of basically that LED there. It's the same one of those, but I made like a, it's hard to explain. I'll have to go into detail on another video, but using various bits of foil and making it look like a torch and working like a torch, and in a ring that was clear as well, it actually ended up being really bright, brighter than I was expecting it to be. But yeah, so the finish is really nice, lovely gloss finish. I've had a few people say to me, oh, why didn't you do it this colour, it should be like that, that's not politically correct. I don't care. I only do things like that with helicopters that need them. This fuselage does not need it. It's in immaculate condition. We've got a few little chips there which I need to look into, but the rest of it, oh, it's dusty. I don't like dust. But yeah, it's got a few little things that need looking into, but like that. But yeah, the actual like fuselage itself is in awesome condition. I actually bought this model from a club member who wanted to try scale, but it wasn't for him. He basically bobbed himself every time he flew it, and didn't enjoy flying it because how much it scared the shit out of him. So I ended up buying it from him. But yeah, we got standard 2-blade tail rotor, and we have, I believe, we're still trying to look into this, we believe that this is possibly a Roban 4-blade rotor head. Could be wrong, it might be an Align. Still trying to find out, but the actual mechanical side of it is awesome. It is really nice, really smooth. 550 mechanics inside. I am operating on a 120 amp Align BL120, I think it is, electronic speed controller, active freewheel governor, ALF-GOV, all built into it and whatnot, programmed by a Hobbywing ESC, and it's got an Align motor, which is the actual motor that the 550X uses, more than enough power, and then battery 6S 5200 milliamp. That normally gives me around about, well, it'd probably give me about 7 minutes, but realistically I only fly the model for around about 5 minutes. That way when I land I know I've got plenty of time. More scale detailing made by me. These here, that's what's it camera. Again, this is just sort of scratch built stuff. They may not be 100% correct, and people will go, oh, don't look right, it needs to be 100% scale. No, you know, as long as it looks good, I'm happy. But yeah, that's it. Door light swinging open backwards and forwards on this. Let's shut it, stop it from being damaged. There we go. So yeah, I mean, this is a big helicopter. Weighs around about 5 kilos with a battery in it. But this one is well, it's got a full nav light set on it, and this is one of the things that I love about this helicopter, because these nav lights, they're brain cubes and they're really bright. And I'll just quickly show you what I'm on about. Bear with me, I'll be back in a sec. Right, here we go. That's my transmitter. I fly with Spectrum radio. Nothing wrong with Spectrum radio, I just find them really easy to set helicopters up with. So this is my radio of choice when it comes to helicopters, the NX10. Brilliant radio, can't fault it. Right, let's turn it on. We'll power up the model. Hold mode, make it safe. Pop off the canopy. Yeah. My breathing is crap today. Right. I'll fly this as I do with most of my, well, no, all my helicopters. I use either the Beast X or the Micro Beast. Micro Beast I'll only use on helicopters up to like 500 size. Anything bigger than that, I'm using Micro Beast, sorry. Anything up to 500, and then I use a Beast X on anything bigger than 500. That is a multiplex connector, and I use that to connect this light up here and the strobe underneath. Right, we are safe. Look at this. No. How cool is that? Bog standard lights on the skids at the front, strobe on the top, and then take it around and have a look. Yeah, green and red light on the front of the skids, and then we've got flashing strobe underneath. Orange flashing strobe on top as well. The actual pictures don't do it justice. The video do not do it justice. And then a little tiny light at the back as well, which we've got. And then let's turn this straight on to get the full effect. I'm not sure how it's going to work. You're going to have to bear with me, folks. My breathing is atrocious today. It's really hot out here, and there's a high pollen count, so it's making me move some things about pretty difficult. So then, with an extra flick of the switch, we have the main front light, and then we've got the fog light, sorry, the search light at the bottom. Now it doesn't look very bright there, but if I pick up the helicopter and I turn it towards the lens, it's really difficult to see whether that's working or not, I can't tell. But yeah, it is actually really bright. Brighter than it looks. So yeah, that's the nav light system on it. And it looks really good in the air. Really, really, really good. Right, it's a little bit windy out here, but I'm going to go and plug the helicopter in and give it a bash. I don't know what the wind's going to be like affecting the mic or the GoPro, but you'll have to bear with me because I've not got a remote mic yet. I'm looking to get one pretty soon, which will hopefully help. I'm going to plug it all in. Right. Now, I'm not sure how much of this flight you're going to see, because unfortunately I haven't got a cap mount or anything yet, so I'm not able to follow the helicopter around. So I want to try and keep it in frame as much as I can, but it's quite a heavy helicopter this, and it gets away pretty quick. So let's have a go. Like that probably. Right, spool it up. Just a little bit of roll half. Getting a bit of a wobble on for some reason. It's something I've always had with this helicopter. The fuselage tends to get a bit of a wobble for some reason. I'm not sure what it is. I'm not sure whether it's the wind that causes the fuselage to shake. It shouldn't really do that, to be honest with you. Drop the head speed down one bit. See if that makes a little bit of a difference. Just sat in the hover, it seems to be okay. But like if I increase or decrease the pitch, it seems to want to shake. That wind is definitely making it shake. not something I really enjoy to be honest with you, when flying a helicopter. Could be something to do with the cyclic settings. It seems to calm down when it's moving forward. That's 5 minutes up nearly already. Don't feel it. And flying wise, it's actually a nice helicopter, but I just seem to get that wobble when it's windy. It could be the cyclic gain's not high enough, or it's too low. It's pretty difficult to say, to be fair, but it's definitely something I need to be looking into, because it's not the sort of flying style I like to have. I like my helicopters to be quite smooth, but for some reason, like I say, this one tends to be a little bit shaky when it's windy. If there's anybody out there that can give me any tips as to why it could be doing it, there's nothing loose on there, there's no vibration on the helicopter at all. All the components that I've made on it, they're all secure, they don't move, they don't wobble about. There's no reason why anything should be vibrating on this to cause the model to shake the way that it does. I think it is purely and simply down to the actual size of the helicopter with the wind. But there's got to be a way I can get out of it. Anyway, let's take it back. So here's a quick tour of my two 500 scale helicopters that I got. As you can see, I've got a little few things that need to be ironed out with the 600 one in front of you there. I'm not sure what that shake is that's occurring. Like I say, it could be the wind. I wouldn't say it's gusting, it's probably around about 8-9 mile an hour, something like that, but it is a big fuselage. I'm running at 1600 RPM with a head speed, which is what the chap who had it before me used to run it at, and he didn't get anything like this with his. So I'm thinking it might be something to do with the gain settings on the main rotor head. I don't know whether I need to increase them or decrease them or what, but it's something certainly causing it to shake, and it shouldn't be. So I'll have to have a look into that and see what I can figure out. But there we go, that's my MD500 600 size. Sorry I wasn't able to show you the 500 size one showing that flying, but like I say, I'm hoping to get a plug fitted onto that later on tonight or tomorrow, and then I'll do a video of that, because that one will just actually fly really nice. It's a lovely little helicopter, I like flying that around, and hopefully over the next week or so I can get myself some proper mounting equipment for the camera, whether it be on my head or a chest strap or something like that. Probably my head, because it'd be better for tracking the helicopter when I'm flying it, to get some more footage on the GoPro. But yeah, there we go guys, thanks for watching. Click the like button and subscribe if you want to, and hopefully I'll be able to bring you some more videos like this in the future. I've got plenty of things to come, not on just helicopters but aircraft as well, and I'll be doing refurbs, that kind of thing, and build reviews on helicopters they may have, services, how to set things up, all that kind of stuff. So I hope you can tag along guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.